Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to OPTVLive's exclusive live broadcast of the Mech Mania 1v1 pickup tournament right here on Saturday, July 11th, 2015. This is our third place match, folks. That is right. These players fought hard through the preliminaries to get here. They fought hard through the semifinals, but ultimately, they did not win their semifinals match, but however, we still have a third place match. A lot of diamonds on the line between who gets third place to fourth place. You definitely want to get third place. All diamond prizes that people win today are unlocked diamonds, so whether you're a free player or you're an experienced one, every diamond that you win here on OPTV is unlocked for you to spend however you would like. That's what makes it OP, folks. On our third place match, we are on one of my personal favorite maps in the entire pool, Sand Rim. A little bit bigger for a 1v1 map, but it has a lot of open areas, a lot of opportunities for stuff. Really can provide a lot of interesting gameplay. I know not everyone feels the same way that I do about Sand Rim, but typically once they actually start to play it, they have a great time with it. I mean, you have all this open area here in the middle for lots of flying and moving around. You have two paths along each side, whether you take the short path, but if you take the short path, there's a bridge at each end with 25,000 hit points that you have to break through. Or do you take the lower path and break through all these neutrals, gaining all that XP, but potentially losing some of your forces at the same time? Do you just Rambnon's so close, so low on health. LOL does realize that he gets up in the air, but Rambnon levels up at just the right time. But he's so low, his outpost has no energy. He's so low on health, he's trying to hide. He's trying to let the auto regen kick in. He jumps up in the air too soon. I think he was trying to anticipate LOL's move. He probably thought LOL was about to drop to the ground. He thought he had the timing right. Unfortunately, he didn't for him. LOL secures that first blood, and now can put a lot of pressure onto this outpost, which already just that neutral alone has done a lot of damage, took out mostly everything, and now LOL in a great position to potentially gain control of this outpost, putting Rambnon on the defensive. Can Rambnon find a way back into this? This battle for this middle, far from over, but there's just so much more defenses. Now with it online, Rambnon is able to deploy some Geminis of his own. The Gemini count is equal between both these players, but LOL as an Osprey with two Patchers has a far superior force here. And as you can see, Rambnon's tanks are just dying. So Rambnon tries to do about the only other thing he can do, and that was just sit over the outpost to try to get the energy from a power station that he could to keep his missiles online, and just send missile after missile right up LOL's tailpipe. And, well, LOL took one too many missiles up the tailpipe, folks, and hey, whether it's AirMech or real life, you guys know what happens when you take one too many missiles up the tailpipe. Yeah, it can be a bad thing. Yeah. Get all your dirty minds out of the gutter, folks. Right now, I know where all your minds are going. Shame on each and every one of you. That's right. Anyways, Rambnon finally starting to win this battle for the mid with those missiles. The missiles make it so hard for an Osprey to stay around. Helix does do so much more damage. LOL barely makes it back to his outpost. I still think that LOL is using a lot of heavy armor parts. It has kept him alive now. Granted, yes, your speed is slower, it lets your enemy keep up with you more and shoot you more, but in the end, I think those extra armor parts have paid off for him more times than I can count. Rambnon, with the perfect timing of trying to fortify that outpost, does it right as LOL was coming in to do a little scout. Let's see, we've got a custom V path here. He's going to try to breach the bridge and go straight into this outpost. That's a nice little path that he's got set up. Meanwhile, Rambnon bypassing the neutrals, pushing into this factory. Once this factory goes online, as we said early in this tournament, factories give you a 20% build time reduction, so that immediately gives him a big advantage over LOL, especially if he can hold it. He now has a perfect launching platform for his attack into the other outpost and the base. Meanwhile, LOL's tanks has to push across here. Okay, the bridge, I'm sorry, I thought it was 25,000. It's 20,000. Now, the creeps have knocked out 5,000 of it. The tanks will do a lot of damage and will eventually take out this bridge, but it does slow them down a little bit. No experience will be gained on this day from this move. Meanwhile, Rambnon is trying to do a lot of other stuff. He's pushing out. It's the right move for him. There's way too much that's coming in. There you go. That's what I was waiting for. Don't stay in the air. LOL, one of the biggest mistakes right now is he's up against the Helix, and he has no anti-air in his mix. His entire mix of units is 8 Geminis and 2 Patchers. There is nothing to scare Rambnon away. He breaks through. The Patcher's trying to heal up the 1 Gemini. No way it's going to be able to handle against 8 to 10 Geminis pushing in instead. LOL will get the space, but folks, as I said, it's all about distraction and ruses and misconceptions, because Rambnon has LOL so focused on this side of the map. Look what he doesn't see, folks. This outpost now under his control. These tanks pushing right into a completely undefended corner of the fortress. And LOL is still too worried about only trying to get this outpost. I think he now realizes it. He's throwing up the GG at this point, because yes, folks, the tanks are here. The damage is real. The base is crying for help. That base, QQ all the way, folks. And Rambnon is just saying, well, all your base are belong to us. The Helix is here. It's spreading out the units. Perfect time to spread it out, because LOL had all those Geminis ready to deploy out, but most of them are still well within firing range. That this may not be the game-winning push, folks. Rambnon with the perfect opportunity, but because he came in as a Helix without enough power on there, he's not able to spread out his units well enough. If you are out of energy, you cannot pick up your units, you cannot spread them out, but he spreads them out a lot more. LOL still keeping all of his tanks here. He is not spreading anything for all these tanks that are firing it on the side. Why are you spreading them out? Move your tanks. The damage is real. And in the end, it will be Rambnon that will in fact secure that win and take the 3rd place match after what looked like it could have been that LOL could have potentially survived that. Rambnon with a few spread out units and LOL not responding to that allows him to get the win and take the 3rd place match. But folks, don't go anywhere, because the finals, best of 3, Rex versus Mayor, all the hype is about to start. Afterwards will be our Prime Cube raffle and our Twitter giveaway. So lots and lots of stuff still to come. So stick around, don't go anywhere. We are OPTV. If you haven't already yet, hit that follow button. But why haven't you hit it at this point? If you haven't hit it, if you don't see why to hit it, there's nothing I can say. All the OP love. Stick around, folks. We'll be right back.